Welcome to the Teaching Artist Roster web tutorial, completing your full update requirement. As 2010 is an application year for the roster, returning artists must complete the full year requirements. Those requirements are professional development action, biannual residency, submission of a signature page, and a full update to your online roster profile. This tutorial will focus mainly on the last requirement by walking you through the process of updating your profile and track information, but will provide some information about completing all of the roster requirements at the end. Begin by logging into your Teaching Artist Roster account and opening your profile page. If you need step-by-step instruction on how to log in and access your profile, view Part 1 of the Managing Your Online Profile web tutorial found on the current roster artist resources pages of the Arts Commission website. Once you have opened your profile page, scroll down to the Teaching Artist Roster Track Application section. Please note, if you maintain multiple profiles on the roster, you will need to repeat these actions and complete this update for each track within all of your profiles. At the bottom of the page, under Create Your First Track, click on the Add a Track option to get started. This opens a page where you will begin the full update process. Please read the information here carefully. At the bottom, you will see the tracks in which you are juried, either education, community, or both. You have two options for engaging in the full update process. Should you wish to clear all previous answers and information from your track and begin fresh, use the Start from Scratch, Do Not Duplicate Anything button by clicking here. This will create a new blank track for you to complete. Should you wish to retain previous responses to track questions, use the duplicate option by clicking the duplicate link next to the track title. The duplicate option will transfer previous answers and information from sections on the track that have not changed. For this tutorial, we will use the duplicate option. Please note, if you are juried in one or more tracks, you will need to return to this page and repeat the duplicate process for each track. Once duplicated, the full track will appear. The title, approval type, and artistic discipline will copy over from your previous track, and you will not have the option to edit these categories. Should you wish to add a track or discipline in which you are not currently juried, you should need to notify the Arts Commission and undergo the full application and review process for the new track or discipline. In this section, Teaching Artist Approach and Resume and Bio will also copy over from your previous track. As you can see, the response to this section and the previously uploaded document both appear in the new track. Scrolling down for a moment past the new section to the Program Components section, you will see that all questions in this section will also be duplicated from your previous answers. Two things to note. A few additional options have been added under areas of interest, such as program types and Arizona Centennial projects. Select any additional areas of interest and click Save. Also, if you have any materials uploaded under supplemental material, we ask that you remove them at this time. Please note that while you are not obligated to re-engage in the portions of the track that have been copied over, should you wish to make any edits or changes to these areas, you will only be able to do so between now and the deadline date. After the deadline, the section of your profile will once again be closed to editing. The new section of the track that will require your attention and re-engagement in the section titled Program Snapshots. Begin by selecting a Program Snapshot Focus. This will be the lens through which you will address the following questions in this section. Note that this is different from areas of interest and will not limit the types of searches in which your information might be found. For this tutorial, we will select Workshop. The response to program description will now need to be updated to match the Program Snapshot Focus selected. Please note that this should be brief and succinct description, limited to 300 words or less. The bulk of the update in this section will occur under Sample Lesson Plan, as you will need to complete and upload the new Sample Lesson Plan form. By clicking on the link here, Apply to the Roster, scroll down to where you will see Sample Lesson Plan Community-Based and Sample Lesson Plan Education-Based. Download the appropriate form by clicking the PDF icon. If you are juried in both Education and Community, you will need to complete both forms and upload each one to the appropriate track. Once you have downloaded, completed, and saved the Sample Lesson Plan form, upload it into that section of your Teaching Artist Roster profile. Start by clicking Add, then Upload PDF, browse for the file on your computer, find the file, and click Choose. When you are finished, click Save. Previously uploaded documents under Sample Assessment and Evaluation Forms will copy over from your old track. You will only need to re-engage with this section if you choose to do so. The information in the Required Actions section of the track is for new applicants only. At the end of this tutorial, we will briefly discuss the required actions for returning roster artists and how to access the necessary forms on the Arts Commission's new website. Finally, you will see a section at the bottom that describes any projects or programs related to the Arizona Centennial Celebration. As you can see, this is not a required section of the track and response is optional. Once you have finished, click Save Track. Please note that you are able to save your work and complete the update over time. In other words, you do not have to complete the entire update in one sitting. When you return to your profile to continue editing, you will see this box as it appears now. If you have already duplicated a track, you will use the Edit button to reopen and continue editing. If you have a second track to duplicate, you will do so by clicking the Add Track button, which will begin the process anew, opening the Welcome Back page where you will have the option to duplicate your second track. Lastly, please remember to update your contact information if you have experienced a change in address, phone number, or email. Make sure to do this for your public information as well as for the internal information for the Arts Commission here in your account settings. This constitutes the full update to your online profile and information. For information on additional requirements, click Teaching Artist Home. From here, click on Current Roster Artist Resources. On this page, you will find all the requirements, information, and necessary forms. The Professional Development Action Form is to be submitted by education-based roster artists only. However, please keep in mind that next year this will be a required action for all returning roster artists. Please include evidence of professional development such as certificates, conference registration, etc. The Field Evaluation Report is to be filled out by a third-party observer. Please note that each roster artist only needs to submit proof of one residency or project. However, if juried in both education and community tracks, the residency or project must have taken place in an education-based setting. Finally, the full year signature page is to be completed by all returning roster artists. Required forms and documents, except for the signature page, which must be submitted by mail, can be returned to the Arts Commission offices by fax, email, or mail. Please don't hesitate to contact the Arts Commission staff should you have any questions.